Hi, I'm Benedicta. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about culture shock, and I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences. So, this what I'm going to be sharing with you in this video are lessons of a Nigerian girl from a Nigerian girl living and working in Europe. Come with me. So, if you do not know what culture shock is, culture shock simply means, just like as the name implies, culture, surprise, or shock. For instance, it's like let's say you're from one part of the world or one village and you go to another village and something that is supposedly considered forbidden in your village is something that is celebrated in another village, like the example that I have here. So let's say it's a strange thing, for people to eat snakes. And then you go to another community and it's like it's like staple food, like, oh, go to the market to buy meat and the meat you're buying is snake. So that's exactly what culture shock is. So sit down, relax. If you have not subscribed, subscribe because I'm going to be giving you personal gist about my experience with it. So, if you're new to my YouTube channel, my name is Benedicta Akwama. I moved with my family to Austria January 2022 for my master's studies. And yeah, so the things I'm going to be sharing with you are things that I've experienced so far, you know. So, if you don't know about Austria, Austria is a German speaking country and they're in Central Europe. And Austria shares borders with Germany, Italy, Switzerland, Slovakia, Slovenia, and the likes, etc., etc. Czech Republic. So, but Austria is a German speaking country. And the very first culture shock we had was when my family and I arrived. So you know how it is now. Oh, we've just arrived, and some of my classmates, just wrote, like, "I've arrived." Yes, because I had my first semester online. Because of the delays with the embassy processing our documents and all of that. So I had my first semester completely online. So we arrived during the holiday of my first semester. So of course we had some time, to hang out. And then they said, "Oh yeah, let's go for dinner," as a way to start. Okay. Oh. So before I go on to talk about the dinner experience, the previous slide actually is a picture of what a typical Austrian food is. One of their typical foods. It's called schnitzel. So that chicken, the way it is that you see, is schnitzel, and with the French fries, or yeah, French fries they will call it. Although here it's called pommes. So it's just like schnitzel and pommes. That's like typical, Austrian food, and it was one of the things that we had during the dinner. So you know now how Nigerians like to show hospitality, how like to show that you are dogu, and that yeah, you can take care of yeah, people and your guests. That's how about six of us, including my husband and I, finished eating, and everything. The total cost for all what we ate was around 80 euros. And typically of us Nigerian, my husband just whispered to me and was like, "Yeah, I think we should pay. We're just coming, and we still had cash. We didn't know, by God's grace, we still have cash, amen." And we didn't know like how things work here, that people don't just go about paying for people. 80 euros. And please don't do a conversion, because if you're converted to naira, that's like what, almost 90K right now, 90,000 naira. So that's another thing. Don't try to convert anything when you come. Sometimes it's good, other times please don't. And my husband whispered to me like, "Yeah, I think we should pay, as a way to, get to bond more with these people and all of that." So my husband said, "Yeah, don't guys, don't worry, we're paying." They're like, they looked like themselves, weirdly. Like, no, 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 no. They kept saying, "No, no, 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 don't bother." And they meant it. Like, no, 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 no. No, like, no, don't worry, don't worry. We paid though. Thinking of it now, I don't think we would do that kind of thing. I don't think we'll do that kind of thing again. Because here it's not exactly normal for you to go to, it's not normal to go out with people and then you're paying for bearing the whole cost. It's not normal. Except maybe it's a company outing, like there's a company and the company is paying. Otherwise, it's not normal. So yeah, prepare your mind. So you know how it is in Nigeria where like you go to a restaurant and the fact that yeah, I'm paying, gives you the right to want to talk to the waiter or the waitress the way you like. It's not like you're being rude, like, yeah. So I'm paying for this. Can you please bring my food? Like a bit of the attitude and all of that. Yo, it's considered rude here to do that. So let me even tell you, like, this is experience. So it's not like I was trying to give an attitude or anything. So we had, after a long day in class, one time we decided, okay, because there's some restaurants around the school area, and we thought, yeah, let's try out some foods, like in a Nepalese restaurant. So we went to this Nepalese restaurant, and apparently they were supposed to serve me. I ordered for something else, and they brought something different. So like, this is not what I paid for. Can you please like change it to what I asked for? Or like bring what I asked for. And my classmates were like giving me like trying to. So I felt, yeah, but this is not what I asked for. That kind of thing. Can you please just bring what I asked for and all? Do you know later, when we went out, my classmates were telling me no, that the way I spoke is considered rude. The Nigerian in me was just shouting in my head. Omo, it's my money. I paid for it. So I didn't come to you like just being rude. I'm only saying I paid for something. You gave me a wrong thing. Please bring the right thing. Imagine. So when invited to a party, please budget your money for drinks because you don't want to be embarrassed. Okay? You don't want to be embarrassed. So before I left Nigeria, I honestly cannot claim, to be a person who likes to party and all of that. But of course, the idea of when we hear things like, oh, there's a party in Nigeria, whether it's a birthday party or a wedding, wedding party, we're excited because there'll be so much to eat and drink. You know how it is, rice, stew, very plenty. But here, it is different. So apparently, after our exams, our course coordinator says, okay, our class coordinator says, yeah, let's have a party. We need to unwind and all that. So I was like, yay, time to party, eat, drink, that kind of thing. Only for me to hear everyone is going to have a ticket. That ticket um, authorizes you to have two free drinks, and then subsequently you pay. And I'm wondering what's going on here. Hey, so please, if you are in Europe or you're coming to Europe, budget for your own drinks and food when you're going for a party, except it's a typical Nigerian party. And also you need to be careful because some Nigerians here have stayed, in Europe so long that they have adapted, and adopted the culture of Europeans. I hope this helps you. Shocker. Our lecturers in Europe are not demigods or mini gods like the lecturers we have. Some of the lecturers we have in Nigeria, you know how they will tell you, some lecturers will say, A is for me because nobody can get A. B is this and that and that. Here, and then if you say good morning without saying sir, you are in serious problem. It's not like that here. In fact, let me just give you a typical experience I had here. Imagine one of my lecturers coming to class, how they have introductory sessions into class. My name is this, and all of that. And the lecturer is telling you, he's not just telling you, he's on his slides that the day you call him Dr. This, just know you have lost 5 marks from his course. The day you call him Professor This, you've lost 10 marks. The day you call him Professor Doctor, he said, do the maths. You know how much marks you're losing. And how should we address you? By his first name, not even last name. So, yes, lecturers here are not demigods. They are like your friends. They have conversations with you. If possible, they can even go on a drink, with you to discuss further how maybe you want to understand the course better or how you both can collaborate on some project or something of that sort. So It's quite interesting here. So, as a Nigerian, being overly nice and polite to our bosses, is like, of course, you want to, stand out and look good in the eyes of your boss. Here, okay, let's not say anything. Um, Typically, everyone wants to be on the good side of their bosses for obvious reasons, of course, and all of that. So let me share my experience. And you know how our bosses can be. So it's sort of normal for your boss to say, Benedicta, this is your task. I want you to get these done, like straight up. Or Benedicta, why did you not do this? That kind of thing. So imagine going to a workplace where you're expecting someone to tell you that kind of thing, and nobody's being like that with you. Be wondering, hey, that's what it be for here. So because it's considered rude, and bossy to do that, they don't do that here. So um generally your senior colleagues or your bosses give you instructions or tasks in the form of suggestions. That was the experience I had. Maybe it's slightly different, but the experience I had with my supervisor, who was Austrian. In fact, my Austrian supervisors when I worked in this organization, instead of saying, Benedict, I want you to get this done, they'll say, Benedict, maybe I want you to get this done. Me initially, I don't know say that's how it be. I didn't know I didn't know that's how it was. So in my head, when they say maybe you want to do this like this, somewhere in my head I feel like, yeah, it's a suggestion. So maybe if I feel like I have a better way of doing it, then maybe I'll do that. Coconut head. It did not end well, oh. It didn't end well. My supervisor became unusually very strict with me, and just it didn't end well. So it was when we had, because that's also the good thing, having conversations like every 2 weeks, especially when you're new to a company, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, like a check-in to say, do you like your work here? Are you comfortable with the task you have, or should you change it to another? Just kind of questions. Is there anything that's making you uncomfortable? Because they understand that there's this cultural difference, that maybe the way you work or the way you are used to working might be different from the way they work, or the company you've worked before might be different from their own. So they are flexible like that. So it's one of those conversations, and I said, yeah, but I feel like maybe the way you're talking to me is like this. And then the supervisor now said, yeah, it's because it's all this, the way you are also doing this is this. That's when I realized, oh, so actually, when they say maybe you should do this, they actually mean, Benedicta, this is the only way we want you to do this. So then, subsequently, the minute she said, Benedicta, maybe she has not completed it as yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. This is how I want to do it. That's how I'm going to do it. That is how I'm going to do it. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, thank you for watching. So please do subscribe. And another way you can encourage me to stay consistent with this YouTubing journey, despite the many things that I'm doing, is to share with me in the comment section. Have you ever experienced any culture shock? Do you want to share? And please, when we talk about culture shock, it doesn't mean that's because you have not left the shores of Nigeria, that you've not experienced culture shock. No, I was living in northern Nigeria at some point when I did my NYC. I live in northern Nigeria, and I did experience culture shock. I'm from Delta State, and imagine moving to the north for a year. I experienced culture shock. So please, my content is not only for people that have jackpot, or people that have traveled abroad, or people that are living abroad. If you're in Nigeria, you can also relate to my content. So please do share with me your experience with culture shock. Thank you. Please subscribe again, like the video, share, comment. Thank you so much. See you on the next video. Bye.